Hello, I'm Lucy. I'm a Minecraft noob who decided to take on the absolutely massive endeavor of building a zoo. Today is arguably my favorite enclosure. It's the pandas. They are the whole reason that I wanted to build a zoo in the first place. And I mean, just look how cute they are. Look at him eating his little bamboo. He's so sweet. I love him. This is such a cute enclosure. I think we killed it. Also, massive shout out to my dear friend Shadow who helped so much for this enclosure. It's so good. I freaking love it. But yeah, if you want to see how we did it, just keep watching. So it would not be a Lucy Minecraft video if I did not, immediately die. Obviously. One day, let's pray to the universe that I will learn to look at my surroundings, be more aware of what's going on. Maybe it'll happen. Maybe it won't. Who knows? For the first part of this build, I had to make a pool for the pandas, but also for the bamboo to grow as quickly as humanly possible. I needed a ton of bamboo for the enclosure walls, their bamboo blocks and glass, but also to breed the pandas, which did not go as smoothly as I hoped. But we did get there in the end, and I think that's what matters. It was a learning experience, you know? I was just gonna leave that little pool as their only sort of water area in the enclosure, but it did just look too small to me, and we have some PETA representatives on the server who have been less than thrilled with some of my decisions. My lack of grass for the mountain goats, and also for the pandas currently in their little holding area. So I've been trying to anticipate the complaints before they can have them. Also, this is my first time learning about Minecraft's water, and my goodness, did I not understand. I thought I understood, to be fair. I got it even at the top, and I thought that meant it was good. It very much wasn't, but I figured it out eventually. Not here. Someone had to fix this. I'm not going to take credit for fixing this water, but I do know how to fix water now. So I mentioned in the last video that we don't have fire spread on in the server, which I mean is a great idea because I would probably burn some things down that I was not supposed to. But the good part of having to manually cut down every single tree is that thankfully we get to make an absolute crap ton of charcoal, which we need for like other server builds going on. So like I feel a little bit helpful while I'm like building my zoo kind of in my own little world, also making charcoal for everyone. Every once in a while I just drop off like a whole chest and I'm like, here you go, you're welcome. Okay, so the panda mating process did not go well. Also, that is so sus. Every time I see that clip, I'm like, good sir, what are you doing? I thought it was like a normal animal mating process. You give them a little snacky, they do the no pants dance, right? No, pandas are different. Pandas are dramatic, to be honest. And I didn't know how to make them mate, so I was asking chat. Chat was trying to help. It took a while for us to figure it out. But in the meantime, I did take my PETA complaint seriously, I put some grass down. I even gave them a little water area in here. You know, wanted to make sure my pandas were happy, were taken care of. These damn villagers. I hate villagers. Also, I'm like trying so hard to get out and I'm just stuck behind the bamboo, which is so funny. Thankfully, someone did come and take care of the villagers for me, because God knows I hate fighting them, especially when there's that many. I played around with this granite so much. I wasn't sure the exact shape and area I wanted it to be yet, and it took a lot of trial and error. I did fill in some holes that I had left while I was terraforming, just because I don't want any mobs to spawn under the zoo. Like, there's nothing less relaxing than like walking through a zoo and hearing the zombie moaning sound. I do not want that. So I'm pretty sure I actually ended up taking all of this granite out, which is so fun. But I don't know, I couldn't figure it out. I was like, stairs maybe, because like the blocks seemed very unnatural. Like, I think the stairs, because they're like lower, felt a little bit better, but they still just didn't look right to me. So eventually I take them out, try to give them watermelon, hoping that would work. Didn't. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely just fed them a whole bunch of bamboo because it was so freaking cute. Someone in chat told me they needed a bamboo block within five blocks of them, and then they were gonna mate, and I was like, bet, okay, let's do it. Let's try again. Spoiler alert, that wasn't it. So I couldn't figure out what the problem was. I asked chat to figure it out. They're smarter than I am when it comes to Minecraft. And I went to go start the enclosure walls. I think these look so good. I really, really love the bamboo blocks with the glass and just like the inside of the enclosure when it is finally built. Like, I think it just all looks so good together. Chat told me I needed more bamboo blocks, so I'm like, got you. Let's add a couple more. Let's try again. That didn't work. So then I'm like, okay, I'll add more. Still didn't work. Eventually, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna add all the blocks I have on me. So there is 7 in there right now. We Google it. It literally says there has to be 8 bamboo blocks within a 5 block radius. So I'm like, okay, I need 1 more block. That's fine. Let's try it again. Still doesn't work. I'm losing my mind at this point because I'm like, there's no way that there's not 8 blocks. Like, it's so clearly 8. What are you talking about? So eventually I Google it myself. And while it does say 8 bamboo blocks, and I stand by that what I placed are bamboo blocks, if you actually click on the link, it shows bamboo plants. And so I put down 8. I try to make them do the hanky-panky. It doesn't work. I think they have to be grown. So I go take a little breather and start working on the wall again while they're growing, because honestly, I just need a little break from the pandas. That whole ordeal took so much longer than you would think. It was genuinely driving me insane. But we got there. Eventually. It works out. Everything's fine. I got to wear the wall. I love the wall. I think it looks so good. And then we came back. We tried again. It freaking finally worked. We got a baby panda. Look at my face. I'm so stoked. So worth it. I thought he couldn't get out of the hole, so I put a block down, which literally doesn't make sense because if he can jump on that block, he can jump on any of the blocks. But, you know, that's where my brain was at this point. I'm so tired. He did a roll. I wanted to cry. He's so precious. He almost gets out. Thankfully, we cover all of the holes very quickly. And then he did another roll. I love him. I'm obsessed. He is my favorite thing in the entire world. So at this point, I just need to make a bunch of bamboo and glass. I'm completely out of glass too. But the glass was further away. So I just made bamboo blocks and placed those ones down. And then after this, I was pretty ready to start working on the inside of the enclosure. And for that, I needed some jungle saplings, which I had not seen at all at this point. I didn't have any. I think 90% of the server didn't have any. There was one person who was like, I might have some. I also have 1,000 chests. Good luck finding them. So we go over here to the wheat biome. Look at all these chests. Insane. I check 1, I check 2, I check 3, we find them. It's a miracle. I take a couple. I'm not gonna take all 3. But I'm stoked. So we go plant these and then cut down all the trees around it. Because I know like some trees and plants like won't grow if there's other stuff around them. I don't know about jungle trees, to be fair, but I was like, I am not taking any chances. We are getting this done. Then we make another little baby. He's so cute. I'm so obsessed with the panda babies. I'm so obsessed with the pandas in general, but the babies are so sweet. Finally got my glass, so I'm finishing the walls finally, which is so exciting. I placed a couple trees inside, but then before I could name the pandas, I needed to get my XP up. So I do something called the Great Chickening, which is where I take all of my eggs and hatch them and then wait for them to grow up, and then I commit mass murder. That's what happens. I wanted to say that in a nicer way. That's literally it. I took 5.5 chests of eggs and I put them in this little tiny area. I wait for them to grow up and then I do a lot of murder. Sometimes we listen to girls just want to have fun. It's a great time, I'm not gonna lie. I went back to the wheat biome because that is where the majority of our trainers are. Bought so many name tags. So we got rid of the rest of the granite that was in here. Thank goodness, it looked like crap. It did not go. So we got rid of that, thankfully. Took out some dirt that was really close to the wall. I didn't know how far they could jump, to be fair. So I was being a little bit cautious about it. But, you know, better be safe than sorry. We added a little bit of a tiny hill just because it was looking, you know, a little bit flat in here. Needed some visual dimension. Got rid of some bamboo. Shadow fixed the water like the absolute angel he is. Thank goodness. And then replanted some bamboo, put some on the hill, planted a jungle sapling. Shadow did eventually put a quadruple jungle sapling there, which I think looks so much better. That was a way, way better choice. And then we tried to bring the pandas to the enclosure. I need you to know that this is sped up over 2 times speed. These dang pandas are so slow. I'm not kidding. I think just taking them here took like 3 minutes. Also, they would not go on this grass block, and that was driving me insane. So then I had to like double back a little bit, which was just its own annoyance. The pandas, I feel like, were just testing me. They were like, how far can we push this girl before she decides she actually hates pandas? But I still love them because they're so freaking cute. But God, this took forever. Literally just watching this is like bringing back those annoyed feelings. But we got them in there. That's what matters. We figured it out. We put some moss blocks down. Put some cocoa beans on the tree. The cocoa beans, I think, are such an easy way to add like a cute little decoration. It fits so well. You don't really think about it, but it looks so good. Then it was time for the great chickening. I would like to point out I am at 1 XP. And I very quickly get to 11? Yeah. 12, sorry. 12 XP. So like, you know, it's no Enderman farm, but it does its job. Also, you get feathers out of it, which are great because then you can sell them to a Fletcher, get some emeralds back. You get more eggs, so you can do the chickening again if you are so inclined. And you get chicken, so you're never hungry. Shadow informed me that some of my walls were too low and they could jump out, so we very quickly fixed that. Also, at some point, he fixes a couple parts of this wall. There's one where I messed up the spacing, and he also puts bamboo on the other side of that door because right now it's bamboo on one side and glass on the other, and it just looks silly. Then we get to name the babies. To be fair, they're all adults at this point. We get to name all the pandas. So we have Gregorovich, which, my goodness, I struggle saying every time. We have Esther, Anton, and Macaroni. Poor sweet Esther does meet her demise fairly quickly, which I think is just a it's a common theme at this point. Oh, there she goes. Shadow says that the tree grew into her. I don't know. It looked a little sus to me. I feel like he could have tried to cut the tree down and he just stood there. So really, he might be a panda murderer. I don't know. Can't confirm nor deny, but it looks a little sus to me. I made a bunch of jungle fences to put lanterns on. I think the jungle wood just looks so good in here. So we're doing one fence on the walls, and then we made one tall lamppost in the middle. And I think it looks so good. I love it. We got another panda, named it Esther II. Finished the lamppost. And then this is basically it once we're done the lighting. The tree obviously grew. Shadow put a bunch of vines on it. It looks amazing, honestly. I love that tree so much. It looks so freaking cool. Also, at some point we had a 5th panda. I'm not really sure where he came from, but his name is Gerard, after Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance. You know, just server things. Planted another watermelon seed, I think. But yeah, this is the final enclosure. I love it so much. It is, oh, it's so hard to say. I want to say it's my favorite enclosure, but there is an aquarium that I've been working so hard on, which you get a teeny tiny little sneak peek right here, but it is dirt at this point. It doesn't look all that interesting, but I swear it will look so cool eventually. I'm so excited to show you, so please stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. Bye, besties.